G'day, how's it going? All right, let's go.
All right, just quickly, right before I was about to put out this video, they released the new update, which performed some weapon tuning, and I had to go back and redo the in-game visual recoil and stuff, so sorry it's taken so long. We'll just brush over quickly what they changed. So the Cooper received a 15% less recoil control to the Cooper custom barrel. The KGM-40 had a nerf to its damage by 2, and some of its attachments received ADS and control nerfs, so that's pretty much brought it back in line, and it'll probably be used a lot less now. The STG barrel received a 10% horizontal recoil control nerf. The 60-round mag received a slight buff to its control by 3%. The Graw also received a buff by 1 damage, which kind of brought it right in line with all the other ARs, and it's definitely in the meta now. I reckon it's probably my favorite AR at the moment. And a big one, all the TAC rifles now use assault rifle ammo as opposed to sniper ammo, so we could be seeing them making their way into the meta. Stay tuned and I'll let you guys know if that does end up happening. I've added in the build for the Graw at the end of this video. It wasn't in my top 5 at the time of making this video, and I've added it in there as a little bonus right at the end, so stick around for that. Alright, in today's vid we'll be going through my top 5 ARs. As you can see in the background, we've got True Game Data's website up. Shout out to True Game Data, I'll put a link in the description below. Alright, we've got everything set up, TTK time. We've got 300 plates, combination shots. These are the weapons we've got. I've got all the attachments put on them, bar the perks for the Vanguard guns, because they haven't put that into the website. But we'll be comparing the Automaton, Cooper, the KG40, M13, STG, XM4, UGM, and the NZ. And straight off the bat, as you can see, the UGM is a clear winner for the TTK. Second quickest TTK at long range and short range, we've got the Cooper carbine down here. In the light green, we've got the M13 just slaying there. A light pink line here, we've got the XM4 doing pretty good for itself. In the orange, we've got the Automaton here. The dark blue, we've got the STG running up along here. The light blue, we've got the KGM-40. And in this weird aqua color, we've got the NZ just sucking all the way back there. But quickly, it's a pretty close meta. Then you've got the LMG, the UGM, just out ahead, but a lot of people aren't a big fan. It's very slow, and slow to ADS, you move slow, and it takes about 600 years to reload. A lot of these drop off at about the 30-meter mark and then carry out. So that's a quick comparison. If we jump up here up to the top and hit that recoil button, you can compare the recoil of each weapon. As you can see straight off the bat, the Automaton looks like it's got a crazy recoil, but it's just vertical. There's no horizontal movement here. It's very easy to control. All you got to do is hold down and you'll be going to be slapping up. Looking at this, you've got the KG40, which is probably the biggest meta gun at the moment. Everyone loves it, especially on Caldera, that really long range. It's so easy to control. It hits pretty soft, but it's easy to control. It's got a slight rise to the right. Look at these, they're all pretty easy. Their recoil is not too bad. This is out to 100 meters, the recoil. The hardest one here to control would be the M13 in my opinion, because it's very erratic. It goes up and to the side a little bit, and then it starts going up and to the right. So it catches you off guard. All right, we'll jump straight over. So I'm going to post up in the same spot each time. I'm going to post up against this tree just here, and I'm going to aim at one of these pipes, and that'll give us our recoil. So first I'll do uncontrolled, and then we'll do controlled. So uncontrolled, and then we've got controlled. That's uncontrolled, and it's very accurate. Hard to control. So at number 5, we've got the XM4. It's a pretty good weapon. It hits pretty hard. Its recoil is reasonably easy to control. I've got it further back just because its initial recoil is pretty hard for me. I don't like when you first pull that trigger, it lifts up pretty hard. Build, agency suppressor, task force barrel, axe alarm 3 times, 60 round mag, and the field agency grip. Pretty standard for all Cold War weapons. That's just how they roll. Number 4, we've got the Cooper carbine. I haven't used this weapon that much, but every time I pick up one off the ground, it's slays. As you can see, I haven't really leveled mine up all the way, but I know the build. So you've got the MX silencer, the Cooper custom barrel. Sight, that's all personal preference. I prefer to 3 to 6 times. You can go with the 2.5 or whatever you prefer. For the stock, you've got the custom padded. With perk 1, we've got tight grip. You could also run hard scope, aim down sight speed and equipment dexterity, or if you've unlocked it fully loaded, it's always a good choice. For the rear grip, we've got hatched. The magazine, do not run the 45 rounds. I'd be running the 60 round mag on this one. Lengthened, and for the under barrel, I'd run the hand stop. If you haven't leveled it like me, you can use the cover grip, which gives you that vertical recoil control because this thing doesn't really have that much horizontal movement. All right, coming in number 4, I've got the UGM. Of course, it's got the quickest TTK in the game at the moment, especially over that long range. We'll be running the MX silencer, the 736mm round barrel. The same thing, 3 to 6 times scope or whatever scope you think's more comfortable for you. We've got the WT anchor stock. We've got tight grip and fully loaded. The rear grip, I've got hatched. Magazine, I run the 125 round mag, and we've got lengthen like usual and strife angle just to help with that horizontal movement, make it a lot more of a laser. Number 2, we've got the STG. This is my personal favorite for the Titan trials, but yeah, we've got for the muzzle, we've got the MX silencer, we've got the barrel, the 760, the optics, same as usual. The stock, we've got the weighted. Perk 1, you've got nerves of steel, which helps with accuracy and recoil when injured, or you can run focus. I find it helps a little bit where it gives you a bit more flinch resistance. Perk 2, we've got fully loaded. You can run on hand as well if you prefer the aim down sight speed and the equipment dexterity. For the rear grip, we've got hatched. I run the 60 round mag. I just prefer it. I feel like it hits harder and I kill quicker, but a lot of people prefer the 50 round mag for this one. It gives you a bit more fire rate, aim down sight speed and recoil control. I just feel like for me the 60 round is better. Same as usual, lengthened, and we run the hand stop on this bad boy. And coming in at our number 1 spot, I've got the M13, especially on them smaller maps like Rebirth and Fortune's Keep. This thing absolutely slays. Build on this one, we've got the monolithic suppressor, Tempest marksman barrel, the VLK optics, and the 60 round magazine, and the commando foregrip. With this one, if you can also run this as like a regain build if you want, and you can put a red dot sight on this and run a secondary, and you don't need that long range. And this is the Graw build. It's a monolithic suppressor, Archangel barrel, gives you the best bullet velocity, recoil, and range. We've got the 60 round mag and the commando foregrip for best control. The only thing you can swap out is if you don't want to use the VLK 3 times optic, you can get rid of that bad boy and go for the laser. So I'd run the TAC laser, gives you a lot more aim down sight speed, aim stability, and aim walking steadiness. The only downside is you've got that green laser. But in today's meta, you kind of really need that optic. But if you don't want to run it, then all about to you.
Right, that was my top 5 ARs. Thanks for watching. Check out this one for my top 5 SMGs. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.